right back up to the top. Zuzanna Witych, the Polish rider. She's been on the Freeride World Tour, riding for Scott. Had a win in Verbier to start the season, and then second in Verbier to finish the season. So the steeper and gnarlier, the better for Zuzanna.
Such great technique and skill riding for this rider. Seeing where she is orienting herself a little bit on the top end portion of the terrain and taking a different line than most.
Oh yeah, getting way over into the Navarro territory. Now at the top of this big couloir. Looks like she's got something lined up over on the rider's left side. She does, popping off in the steeps. That is so committed to take a big air like that right at the top of a huge couloir.
And going where none of the other riders have gone so far. This shows her creativity. This shows her power in visual inspection, knowing that she's riding a little bit later in the field and that she needs to find fresh tracks, a fresh face to paint.
Yeah, and Zuzanna lining up another one here, catching right off the nose, and another clean landing. So Zuzanna Witych definitely making a solid case, popping off that little barely hidden rock. Sometimes you don't even know those are there and you just fly off them. And now picking up steam as she heads towards the lower section, regrouping for the Polish rider. You can see a bunch of tracks over here. We haven't seen nearly as many of the ski women in this section, and the ones that have gone over here, it's gone well for.
Exactly, yeah. I think it's so smart to use as many of the terrain features as you can, especially for these really technical, high-speed, big air riders.
So another clean one for Zuzanna now, as she's got a few more features before she gets into the windlip department. Popping off that one now, picking up some steam. She's opting out of that windlip. That one, the takeoff is really steep. And you saw how high it threw Justine into the air.
And she had her own plan for a perfect side transfer.
Yeah, it just shows that there's so many ways to do this right off the top of that.
Oh.
Had to split her feet to avoid that rock.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Great riding by the rider out of Poland into the finish line, into the sun, down to all of her friends.
Well, that was a message to the Polish fans there from Zuzanna. Big hug from Justine, as we said, all through the other categories. These riders are so supportive of each other. They get so fired up as we look back at the run from Zuzanna Witych.
Yeah, you can see she's just really confident in finding her own way down the mountain. And by doing so, you see the power, the strength, and the commitment.
Yeah, I love that feature, that big air into the guts of that huge couloir. You know, the walls go up. There's no escaping once you're in. Adding a little trademark Zuzanna style with the shifty there. And then, as you said, finding a cool way down through this bottom section, having to split the feet to avoid that, but managing it perfectly.
Yeah, that's thinking on your feet, which is a skill. That was a really impressive way to make it through. Nice, yeah, as you can see, she went where only Aymar has gone in the 4 running runs and made her own line down the mountain.
Well, we'll see what the judges thought about it. 73.33, so Zuzanna Witych just in behind Astrid Chelus into third.